You got a little witchy poo to you.
No, there's no witch in me.
You got a little witchy poo to you.
No, there is no witch in me. So, introduce us to yourself, sir. Tell me
I
a little
am.
bit about yourself.
I'm Prophet Rothstein. I host a podcast called The Heat Check on YouTube. The channel is called Six Ace Media, Six IXACE Media. And basically, man, we just cover the culture, man. I'm nightlife influenced because I'm employed by the nightlife. So lately, we've been working on segments that deal with the viral nightlife moments that go on in the nightlife culture. Um, we've had everybody from the so I've created a whole storyline on my show, and I call the main characters the Illuminati. And
Mm.
the show is I've got characters, I got a villain and
And
everything.
who's the villain?
So we call the villain the machine for legal purposes, not to say their name or
Sure.
whatever, but
We
it's
do not want to get sued. Eh.
the big club. But when we refer to it as the machine, like what everybody know what they know. You know what I mean? But it's not a villain that we chose. It's the villain that the people chose, and it's the reason why we started doing this segment. Is everybody had so much to say about the security or the way service was being handled at the machine.
Mm. Oh,
So we started diving into what make the nightlife tick, because it's really only a handful of promoters around the city that really make the city move. No matter what party you go to, where you go to, like it's really only a handful of them that really, really, you know what I'm saying, make noise. You know what I'm saying? So I call those the Illuminati. So we just been following the Illuminati and reporting on the nightlife that's going on.
got it. And before you were a podcast host, or simultaneously with being a podcast host, what did you do? Or what did
So I dabbled into music. Music is my first love. Um, it's so cliche and so terrible to say rapper now, so I never ever use that term. But I write music. My pen cold. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with music real heavy. But um, the more you understand, it's more like when they say once you see certain shit, you can't unsee it. The more I began to understand how much weight my words carry, the more I began to understand the agenda of what certain people got for us, the more I realized the part I was playing in that shit, and I didn't want to be a part of that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like
so
when
break
music.
it down like if we were two, because that was hot like fire, but it might go over some people's heads. What do
You
you
say
mean?
you say what you said again?
I said that was hot like fire, but that might go over some people's heads. So break that
So
down
so
like
music
if somebody was
music
like two.
music carries spirits, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, sometimes we lose who we are in lieu of what we chasing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was okay with chasing the dream, as Big said, until I, really realized this shit ain't really based off talent.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't based off of if you good or not, if you cold or not. It's whether you can be controlled. You begin to realize is whether you fit the agenda. Um, Nobody makes it overnight. And then you look at these superstars and you wonder why they so addicted to prescription drugs, or why they need prescription medicine just to do shit as simple as sleep. Like sleeping is the most natural thing you can do. Like why they need, so you got to figure like shit, what are they privy to? Like what do they really know? You know what I'm saying? That it cause you to lose sleep at night, man. So but when music transitioned over into the drill era, it was
Now,
right then and there that I had to make a
I just
decision. Like, huh?
want you to pause really quickly because my audience might not know what drill era is. So can you tell us what that is?
So drill music is a form of music that highlights um we'll just say murder, deception, drug usage, backdoor, sliding, as the generation say, sliding, which means riding down on your opposition and you know what I'm saying, shooting at them or whatever. Like drill music is a dark vibration, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dark
And so,
vibration,
and
and
so
it's
you
the
said you had to make a decision.
yeah, it's essentially the music genre that has influenced the youth that you see today to wear full blown hoodies in 90-degree weather, full face mask and 80-degree weather outside. You know what I'm saying? It's where the word op became, you know what I'm saying, popular. You know what I'm saying? Like from the drill culture. But in them moments, I've always been a person that lived what I rap. If you ever go back and hear anything I've ever written, I've never rapped about things that I were not personally involved in, or you know what I'm saying, my people around me are you know what I'm saying involved in. But when it came down to that killing, you know what I'm saying, like I ain't a killer and I ain't gonna try to be one. And I see where it's going. The world gave kids control of the world, influence of the world. You know what I'm saying? And when I realized that, you know, it's either you should have got off the pot. So I got my eyes off the pot. You feel me?
Did
But
you
I
like
got
it
so
so
much
far?
to say. Still, you ain't gonna shut me up. So I stopped rhyming and sat my ass down in front of the mic and still talking my shit. You feel me? Got my eyes out the way. Let's show them how they land and created my own shit under the OG status. So shit, this what I do. But when
Gotcha.
drill started, drill wasn't about what it is right now. Drill was about a good time, a party. You know what I'm saying? Like oh, it's a drill. Like oh, it's cracking in here. You know what I'm saying? But and shout out Pacman. Pacman started drill. Real Joe City legend over East. You know what I'm saying? But you know the media and the culture vultures, they take it and made it what it is now. So here we are.
Here we are. And you indicated something about drugs and the
Yeah,
culture. And that's what it's seeming like the culture is while you roll your blunt.
it's not
Now,
a drug. It's
before,
legal. It's not a drug. It's
I mean,
medicine.
it's
It's,
still
it's
legal.
medicinable. It's
It's still,
medicine.
I mean, it's still a drug. It's a drug. Now, let me
It's
ask you a
it's
question.
holistic
Let's talk
medicine.
about this though. Let's start talking about this because as you do your thing, you said something about like prescription drugs.
Yeah.
What's the difference between them and the person who got to smoke to get up, smoke to go to sleep, smoke to take a shit, smoke to ride in the car, smoke to get off work, smoke to go to work?
We'll just say the dependency level of the level. What is this? It's probably how they, you know what I'm saying, regulate um the regulations on scheduled narcotics. You would know better than me, you know what I'm saying, based on the dependency level of shit. Um
Well, I asked this not like as a setup or anything, but I
no,
asked
no,
this
no, I'm
as a
for real.
question because a lot of people I see in the Black community, they and on both sides. So I've had conversations with people like nurse practitioners, psych nurse practitioners, psychologists, all of this stuff who advocate for prescription drugs and they say, well, do you know if they take this drug, they're least likely to be on street drugs? And it's like, well, duh, because they still on drugs, right? And so to me, as a person who don't do drugs, well, I should like don't do drugs. I don't understand because to me, a drug is a drug. So while you have the people who smoke weed as a proponent, oh yeah, you can smoke weed and you can do da 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 da, and that's cool. And then you have the other people on the pharmaceutical side, and they like yada 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 blah blah blah, and that's cool. To me, y'all the flip side of the same coin. People are the
Well,
flip
see,
side of the same
big
coin. So
big pharmaceutical is big business. So when you
and so
have
now it's
those
marijuana that is legal. So
no, dig.
mhm.
Those psychologists and medical doctors and shit, like they're in partner with them. They get bonuses and shit. Like it's in their best interest to market prescription medication to you. Like it's they partners. Like
Mhm.
Big Farm come out to these offices and give out samples for these doctors to get their patients to prescribe it to them to get a bonus. Like it's all business. It ain't about getting you better. It's about getting you hooked.
Okay, and what's the difference of the marijuana? industry or the cocaine industry or the heroin industry because that's how the whole fentanyl thing comes around because they start
They'll
cutting it with fentanyl
they'll
to
they'll
get you
never
hooked.
legalize. They'll never legalize cocaine.
Well, I want to talk about the
They'll never
legalization of it. I'm
legalize
just talking about
any
the,
opioid.
well, there are some opioids that's legal,
Like
like on a prescription level.
if their prescription ain't legal.
That is legal,
If you can't go get that shit without a prescription,
but it's
it's
still
it's
legal.
federally regulated. And I ain't talking about marijuana. I'm saying like you can. It's certain shit that, like okay, even just statewide, you'll never be able to just go to a dispensary and get some cocaine
Well, no, and
or
I'm not
opioid
talking about that,
product.
but my whole thing is that what's the difference? Because I think Big Pharma gets a bad rap because they pushing their stuff, but you could say the same thing about the weed man who, when I was growing up, oh, we got this Joe, oh, we got this, and every time it was a different, like Cat Williams always say, oh, I got the cryptochronic, like they try to make it stronger,
Yeah,
harder, so that you're addicted, so that you continue to come back to them.
I
What is
wouldn't
the
say
difference?
I wouldn't say addicted. I wouldn't say to make it stronger, harder, or addicted, but when you got so many within a particular block radius selling the same thing, you got to try to outdo your competition. It's not with the intent to get you addicted, such as the pharmaceutical reps. Like
You
you're
really
gonna be
think that?
addicted.
So you think the drug man don't have an interest in you being addicted because
So you
they
got to
get paid off
understand
of?
what you're saying. The drug man probably do. The weed man don't.
No, I'm talking about the weed man.
That's not
The
the
weed
drug
man.
man. That ain't the
Okay,
drug
who
man. The
who the
weed man
drug
is
man to
is
you?
particularly the weed man. You
Who
call him the weed man in
he still
Chicago, in New York, in
he
Atlanta, in
still is
Miami.
drugs. Marijuana is still a drug.
He's the weed man. When you say drugs, the average person mind goes to hard drugs.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, that might be your understanding, but my
That's
understanding is the drug, unless the only one that's in a class of their own is alcohol. But alcohol is still a drug, right? So if
okay.
you
So
talk
it
about
ain't in the
going to
class
a
of his
drug
own
store,
then.
no, it is. It's in a class of its own because people will say, I'm going to the liquor store. They don't say nothing. I'm going to the liquor store. I'm going to the store, whatever the case.
Alcohol has a bigger dependency than marijuana.
Oh, for sure. And I don't care about that because what I'm talking about specifically is that yes, you know why I have such a dependency is because it's legal. And when it was legal, everybody decided to do it, which, mind you, is the whole trend that's going along with marijuana right now. Before it was legal in the state of Illinois,
So
a lot of people
really,
wouldn't
are we not
smoke.
doing shit just because they say we can't do it? And then when they
Are
say
we?
we can do it, oh, it's cool to do it.
I mean, I do think that there are some people because they don't want to break the law. Me, on the other hand, I didn't want to do it because I don't want to be on drugs.
What if you had the opportunity to utilize a cannabis-based or a hemp-based pain reliever, or an oxycodone, some opioid,
Well, I've
with a bigger
had,
dependency level?
I have,
Which would you choose?
neither. Do I have to choose? Like when I had these things with my daughter, she always plays Would You Rather, and I'd be like, I don't want neither. And she was like, Mom, you have to choose one. So are you telling me
You
that
got
I
to
got to
choose
choose
one.
one?
The
Um,
lesser two evils. Which would you choose?
I would probably choose Oxycontin.
That's fucked up.
And I'm gonna tell you why I would probably choose it. Because it's to me effective. And I don't know how I don't know. I think it's effective. I don't necessarily say it's effective for pain relief, but it's effective for sleep. Right. So you can go your tail to sleep and you don't feel no pain when you wake up,
You know
right?
why it's effective for sleep?
Because it's a drug.
Because it's an opioid drug. It's the same as heroin.
Yeah.
You ever seen a dope fiend fall asleep
Uh,
in your face?
uh-huh. But you know the funny thing is that I love the old school crackheads because what we don't want to talk about is that them niggas got shit done. However, we people that's addicted to weed, not so much. Them niggas ain't useful at all. They don't do
No, they ain't.
anything.
They
They don't
not.
do anything.
They
Like,
not.
And
Well,
they, a
well,
lot of them don't even want to work, and they think that they mamas who work all day is supposed to get them the money for their habit. It's mind blowing to me.
it's the same across the board. Just like it's a difference between a crackhead and a smoker, it's a difference between a stoner and a smoker. You know what I'm saying? You got functional crackheads out here.
Oh, for
Work nine
sure.
to five, great
Mhm.
jobs, great houses,
Functional, absolutely.
go on binges over the weekend.
Hmm.
Back to life on Monday.
Back to life on Monday. Back to reality. Now, but how do you feel like with the kids, when we talk about the kids and the music and everything of that nature? Because to me, I'll say back in the day, I'd probably be definitely a square. I'm definitely
Back in the day,
back in the day, definitely a square. All of those things now don't really matter considering
we were adults.
we're adults and whatever. Back in the day, yes, I was a square. I did not drink before I went to college. I did not do drugs. Now, have I tried it? Absolutely. I tried it in high school. Went to high school,
What you
how
try?
marijuana.
You've never tried anything else.
No,
You've never tried ecstasy. You've
no,
never eaten a shroom.
no,
Never popped the acid tab. You've never got that make
no.
on a trip.
I
You've
wouldn't even,
never.
the worst that I ever heard or was in my circle of influence was Sherm. Do you remember Sherm? When they dipped black and
Yeah,
mild or
leave,
whatever and embalmed
leave,
fluid. Yeah.
leave. You from out west? That's why. Yeah, that's what y'all do out there. Yeah,
So that's the extent of what
yeah.
but no,
Niggas be
I didn't
smoking
try
leaf
that.
on this.
I know now when I became a lawyer, the funniest part about this is that PCP,
It's the same thing.
I didn't know that until I became a lawyer. Woo,
Same
mind
fucking thing.
blown.
Yeah.
And I
Smoking
started
dead
getting,
homies.
huh?
Smoking dead homies.
Exactly. I didn't even understand that until I started getting these cases and because I don't know, when you get a case and you get caught with some narcotics, they send it to the lab. The lab comes back and tells you exactly what
Every
the
component.
everything that's on it, right? So I'm like, marijuana with PC. What is that? Now, because again, I don't know. I just knew about it as yeah, I didn't even know it was leaf.
We
But I
call
knew
it.
it was I knew that sure, but people was really getting messed up off of that stuff. So and I'm risk averse. So that's why I'm a lame because I'm risk averse. I be seeing shit be going down with other people, and I be like, yeah, I'm gonna go the other way because now it could be a million people that smoke weed, might have smoked with their friends, never got fucked up, never got no bad weed, never got none of that stuff, right? All I need is one person, and this motherfucker just sitting there like, and they man gone now. Never
Yeah.
fuck with it. I nope. I don't
Now
even.
I got a homie, man. Um, and this shit where shit get deep, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like this shit where you gotta teeter totter the line of what you've been taught and what reality is. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to really get to digging deep into why these drugs are regulated. You know what I'm saying? And what they do to us is the reason why they don't want us to have it. Like these computers in our head, we only use limited access to what is really capable of what it's really doing. And the more, you know what I'm saying, it's able to be molded and shaped and shift, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like, you know what I'm saying, then when you shape it and shift it, you let it go, and then it's that. Some of these, I want to say narcotics, they really unblock a lot of shit and open a lot of shit. You really do go into another realm sometime. And the problem is, if you're not already a strong-minded person, every time you come back, a piece of you gets stuck there. And the more you go and come back, with pieces being stuck and pieces being stuck, where at some point in time when you go, like shit, you don't make it back. You're there. And then you have a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, that's, you know, that are walking around, you know, they talking to themselves and this, that, and other. And then, you know, us, we, they crazy. I'm crazy, woo, but when motherfuckers say they hearing voices or somebody talking to them, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, are they crazy? But are they? You know what I'm saying? Or are they in a different realm that we just ain't?
I mean, either you can call it a realm. I think that the issue is one, any kind of out of body experience is a problem if you can't control it, right? Like that's one of my things, right? Like so you want to, you know, the only thing that I can akin to me, what you just explained, is like the same reason why we wasn't supposed to eat the apple back in the day off the tree. You
For
know what I'm
sure.
saying? To hit it biblically. But that's the first thing. We always want to be self-sufficient. We want to take ourselves to places that we wasn't supposed to go without, you know what I'm saying, assistance. And so when we have that, to me, that just opens it up to all of the things that happen, right? So you go to these places to these highest levels of consciousness and you don't come back here, but you have to live here. So now, not only are you, now you are a detriment to the people here because you're somewhere else. Like the man on the train that set that lady on fire, who knows where the hell the nigga was at, right? Like, and I don't know his name, I don't know his life, but when I was hearing that story, I said something was off about him. And then
Yeah.
they started talking like something was off. I ain't gonna call nobody crazy because I think we all got what we dealing with, but
Yeah.
something is off. And then the next day, they started talking about he was and he went and got the gasoline can and did the thing and did the this and now he talked to police and all he could say is burn bitch burn. He didn't change his clothes. None of this stuff shows that he was trying to not get caught for what
Mhm.
he did to that lady. And then the last part they said, oh well, they're gonna do a BCX, or they're gonna basically um do a mental evaluation. Oh, I'm sure, because he's off his rocker. What are you talking about?
Yeah. But here go,
Whether
here
he's
go.
somewhere else, but he ain't. Whatever he fighting there, it's like the people with dementia. They could be there,
Yeah.
but you here.
But dig though, and this is not to excuse that. Terrible, horrific. But in that realm, the demon in him, the spirit in him, could have been recognizing a demon in her that we don't see because it's dormant. She's sitting with her leg. We don't know the lady or what type of shit she involved in, what she did to him, any of that. You know what I'm saying? We don't know that. But our visual of her is she's sitting behind the business on a train. But maybe the heightened demon in him was,
But that's the problem. So now you don't know. But what the things that come down is he's already gone to go get the gas before. So you don't even know that you're gonna go meet this lady on here. But somewhere it says that, oh, okay, now I gotta do all this stuff. So you have the gas before you even get on.
man, maybe, see, we don't know. But when you hear, when you even in your the biblical sense and in the church, you know what I'm saying? We are constantly reminded that we just transporters. We just a share. Once that spirit, the spirit is what's controlling you. And this is how you know you are just a spirit. Like, it's like Men in Black. You know what I'm saying? When the bug got control of the
Mhm.
big orc, you know what I'm saying? And it sounds so far fetched, you know what I'm saying? But when you understand spiritual warfare and spirituality, and then you introduce those mind altering elements to the situation, man, it's hard for us to grab a hold of it because we have put a line and a barrier of sanity and insanity. You know what I'm saying? And
Well,
in them, with those barriers, you can't possibly put spirituality in there.
For me, spirituality, and I'm happy you brought that up because to me, spirituality is all of those drugs are idols. All of those are, you want to say whatever it is, all of those are man-made attempts to get you to a place where you don't need God. Whether it is, and it takes a place. So if you talk about the golden calf in the beginning of the Bible, oh yeah, now God done brought these children of Israel out of wherever they was at, but that wasn't enough because they wanted something. They wanted a creation. They wasn't cool with the creator. They wanted a creation to worship, or they want. So now present day we want we don't think God can help us, or we don't think anything can help us but drugs, alcohol, family, anything that you put on a higher level is an idol, right? So
True.
to me, oh, I need this thing to get through a day.
Check this out. It's not the use of it; it's the abuse of it. Like I'm saying, when I
No,
was
no, no.
saying,
I agree with that, but that's the point. It's the intent behind how you're using it.
you
That's why
don't think they
I
use
said
mind altering drugs in the Bible in the biblical days? It's
I
holistic. Remember, all this is natural.
no, no, no. I don't. I'm not saying that I don't think that they did. I think that anything they did and they decided to, it could have been idolatry. And
So
if the
let's
whole,
just
let me
say,
finish this part.
let's
Let me
just
finish this
say,
part.
no, not even idolatry. I'm talking. I ain't talking about walk worship no false idol. When I'm telling you the passage, the realm, you know what I'm saying, but between the spiritual realms and the connection. When Moses went to that mountaintop, do you actually think that he went and talked to a bush that was on fire?
I do.
Or was he visually talking to a bush that was on fire because he induced it and went to that realm and spoke to God?
I think that he literally talked to a bush that was on fire because I don't think I don't think in the purest intent, I don't think you need those things to get to God. I think that those are creations. Those are you don't need them to do the connection. Now, right? Like
There are all sorts of portals.
no, I think that
Even going to a church is portal. You don't need to go to a church if that's the case, because you
the
are the church.
only
Your
the
body
only
is the
the
church.
only person the only person your body is a church. The only reason to go to a church is the community
It's a
because you're not
portal.
supposed to. You're
It's a
not. It's
portal.
not. It's not the portal because
It's a
you can
portal.
be there. You can be there and get nothing out of that because of your body, right?
Yeah, but if you
Where
go in
you
there with
are.
intent and great, that's what I'm saying. It comes down to again intent. Taking
Absolutely.
these
So that's
mind
what I
altering
said.
drugs just for recreation is one thing. Your mind's idle. But taking these drugs according to a certain dosage with intent is something totally different. If you go into the church,
But my intent is, well, what I'm saying about intent, and that's what I said. To me, if you need something, the intent is that you're making that drug, oh, I can't get through a day, that liquor, that whatever you want to say.
that's the recreational part I'm speaking about. That's where the abuse come in at.
If you can't, but that's what I'm talking about. I literally said, if you're leaning on this because even if it's the glass of wine, what people don't realize, it could be food. Like we just talking about the drug situation because that's what it seems like it has these children in a chokehold or the music in a chokehold. But in real life, anything that, oh, I need this chocolate to get through the day. Oh, I was stressed, so I'm gonna do da 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 da. You're misusing it. You're
Well,
using it
the
as a
children,
coping
well, that's why
mechanism.
you target children, a younger generation who don't have, who are not fully developed mentally or anything yet. It's easier to form a dependency with them. Easier.
Exactly. Exactly. Which is why they start talking about they got documentaries on the vapes and all of these things and how the moms got and went to the legislation to say, okay, you can't sell it to da 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 da. But that's the whole point because if I can get you young, I can keep you fucked up forever. And you never reach your full potential. If I can get you hooked on whatever the situation, whether it's meth, whether it's whatever the case may be, if I can get you hooked at that point, my grandma started smoking cigarettes at 13. She stopped when she got cancer at like 50. You see what I'm saying? And that's just her story because she stopped when she got cancer. Some people, when they got cancer, they keep freaking smoking. You see what I'm saying? And so you get somebody young when they don't have it, they don't have the fortitude or the thoughts. Now we make it cool to be dope fiends
Dope head, yeah.
and wonder why our generation is messed up or our kids messed up.
And then you got a nigga like Future. You know, you understand repetition is the father of learning. So if Percocet, Molly Percocet, Molly Percocet, mask off. Fuck, and you hearing this song, over and over and over. And it's pumping through the speakers in the club. It's pumping 95 times a day on one radio station. So imagine every radio station, you know what I'm saying? When you, again, intent, these prescription drugs and that shit been around. It's been a white boy thing.
Hmm.
Our culture, vulture ass, you know what I'm saying? Like the intent, it was intended. It's like it's hard to really explain, man, but shorty and them in the opioid epidemic as we speak. And I have a lot of times I've been faced with the question, like, because I won't say bash, but I go against this shit so hard, and I've been faced with the question, what about your era when motherfuckers was selling drugs to the community, destroying them? You know what I'm saying? And that's the era that I come from. That's the music that I made, trap music. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So when I get faced with a question like that, it's like even more so. That's what was pushed during my time. You know what I'm saying? That was the narrative, that was the agenda that was pushed because you got the industrial prison system working with the music industry. It's almost like if you build a hotel with 150 rooms, you build that hotel with 150 with expectancy to fill each 1-2 capacity. It's the same thing when you build a prison, when you build a jail, you building all those cells. Well, now you got to figure out how to motherfucking fill each one to capacity because you get paid off of each person. You know what I'm saying? So then you understand how repetition work and how spells work and how shit like that works. So you partner up with the music industry. And then you
For
come
sure.
out with a mother and you pay certain artists to promote certain agendas that's almost like psychology.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so you take an artist like Future who don't even do drugs, and you pay him a particular amount of money to push a particular, like he literally got an ad lib in that song that say Big Farm. Go listen to Mask Off. The man got a race car with all pharmaceutical goddamn it endorsements on that motherfucker.
But the funny thing is that that's why I started with it because to me it's the flip side of the same coin. So wow, your era was trap music and
Yeah,
you were Big Farm.
yeah.
We're still okay now. Switch
But
from
then before that, our
oh,
parents' era was pimping and hoeing.
for sure, but those are the whole thing, right? The thing about it is to me is that they're putting their things to keep us down, right? To keep us in this state of perpetual going to prison, messing up, da 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 da. Like you said, pimping and horn was the thing, right? The
Mm-hmm.
prostitutes went to fucking jail. They was on drugs too.
Mm-hmm.
The pimps went to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Then you switch. Okay, now we got the crack epidemic. When I first
Which
started,
which came in with gangster rap with NWA in the 80s.
exactly.
And Reagan.
Yeah,
That's why I say
exactly.
I'm a student of
Reaganomics.
Reaganomics. I'm boy, I'm
Yep.
you feel me?
But the funny thing to me, and what is very apparent to me now that nobody's paying attention to, is guns. When I first started being an attorney 15 years ago, you used to catch cases. It used to be everybody had a PCS. Every first time person got a PCS class 4, make you a felon. They might be on the corner selling rocks and blows. They might be doing whatever else. Now, every little kid that's starting to go into the penal system is because of gun.
Wait, hold on. Bring that back. I gotta I gotta grab that. I gotta grab that right there. Now you say when you first, pardon me, I gotta ask you a question right quick. You said when you first started practicing law, when you first became an attorney, what happened? What was the statistic? What was it?
Every all of the young kids that were getting cases, they were getting possession of controlled substances on the corner, yelling
And that
rock,
was everybody
blow.
first case coming through the door. That's how they jump off the porch.
That's how they jump off the porch. That's the first rock they throw at the
Penitentiary,
prison. Yep. Now everybody first case is UUW.
which is
Every aggravated unlawful use of a weapon is a class 4 felon in Illinois. Yeah. Those are the things that we don't see, right? Because again, those are the ones. So what now are they pumping to us? Chicago is so messed up. The kids beat up the lady with her kid. This person did this. This person did this. Da 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 da. The regular common Joe scared to walk down the street, so they have to have a gun, or they think they gotta have a gun to come to Chicago to visit their cousin, whatever the case. They get caught with a gun. Now they got a case. Now they can't carry no gun no more.
So what's predominantly the age range of motherfuckers going through the system now
Same. They
with
be
them
coming in 16,
UUWs?
17. They be coming in
Same,
at
same, same.
17. Same thing. I've had my first drug case when I was first coming out, 17-year-old. And so you hit me and I'm looking at the trend. Like it ain't rocks and blows no more. You don't got the little boy on the corner selling rocks, blows. I ain't had a class 4 PCS in a long time. Don't mean it don't happen, but it was a perpetual thing at a time.
You could
And
count
now,
on it.
yeah, you could count on it like clockwork.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a gun. If you lucky, they first case is a gun.
Mm.
If you're lucky, a lot of times it's a gun because they carrying it. They don't have it legally.
So 17 years old, first time gun offender. What are they looking at?
They don't got.
Let's just say I
They
ain't even
not
gonna
old
say
enough to have a
17.
FOIA card.
I'm gonna say 15, 15, 16.
Well, 15, 16. A lot of times what they did do is they changed the laws, which was everything was mandated to for them to be an adult. So
Mm-hmm.
now they could probably, walk out with a slap on the wrist at 15,
How
16.
many times? How many slaps would they get before they start?
Sending them to jail.
Yeah.
It depends on the judge. It depends on how crazy it is because what you don't realize is that sometimes these kids they done got so many slaps on the wrist by the time they get to adults and they reading that stuff in bond court. So this when people like, oh yeah, you what you did as a juvenile don't affect you is a lie because they will absolutely say that in bond court unless you be 19. Judge don't want to hear that was I was a juvenile, right? So they'll be like, this your third gun case in 2 years.
Yeah, obviously, nigga, you carry guns.
Obviously. So now you in adult court, you don't get no bond. Cause
Yeah,
you've been doing it. You got all your grace when you was
yeah.
a kid.
So that's the rope they give you to hang yourself with.
Exactly.
So I also get faced with this question a lot because I say, um, since drill has been in a thing, the crime rate and the age range of it has went up, and I got people that argue me down at the crime rate, the crime number, and the rate, and the ages and all that shit is the same as it was in the 90s. Is that you?
Well, I don't know if you remember, we have absolutely had that conversation before, and we have absolutely did the statistics, and I absolutely think the 90s were actually worse because they was gang banging, like gang banging heavy, and they had a whole lot of gang wars. I just don't think the difference, in my opinion, is you did not hear about it on the news every day, all day. It had to be something very compelling. Everybody was not a reporter pulling out their phones, right? And of course, every crime might not have hit because of certain things. Because it was the FBI. The FBI is the ones who do the statistics, right? So it would come down after a certain amount of time. But you don't remember we did this, and you was like, oh, okay, because I want to say 2021 in Chicago, it kind of went up, but after that, it kind of like um was stagnant when we went back to the 90s, right? Like it was literally almost the same. But you don't get money. They can't fuel the flames of your fear so that you can go get a gun because this is the linchpin to me. When I was in law school, Chicago, you couldn't carry no guns. You couldn't
Mhm.
have a gun. It didn't matter. It didn't matter who you were. If you lived in Chicago, no. The Second Amendment was not an absolute right. back then. So let's just go 2008, 2009, 2010 in that area. The Second Amendment was not applicable to the states through the 14th Amendment. Very nerdy stuff, but a lot of stuff, the stuff that comes in the Constitution is only applicable to the states through the due process clause in the 14th Amendment. So that's how it all comes down. First
Mm.
Amendment was applicable, Fifth Amendment, all those things become applicable, but the Second Amendment was not. So this case comes down, I would say 2009, where people in Chicago sue because, and it goes all the way up to the Supreme Court, and they say, bam, you have a right to carry it. You have a right to carry a firearm. It's probably about 2010,
Is that the
2000.
Aguilar?
No, that was right before Aguilar. So, but that set it up for Aguilar because
Okay.
all of these people, now you have absolute right to carry a gun. Chicago can't tell you you can't carry no gun. So since, and we don't want them niggas to carry guns, so what happens? We flame the
The
fire
same.
of
Yeah.
fear that you need to carry a gun, and now you become a felon and you cannot ever legally carry a gun.
Yeah.
You cannot ever legally. In other places, you don't have to have a FOID card to carry a gun first. You don't have to go get a CCL to have a gun. You literally get to carry a gun by virtue of not being on medication, all of these things. It's the flip. You absolutely have that right. And then you have to do something disqualifying to get your right taken away. Illinois is the reverse. You have to do several things first to
And
prevent
then get your right.
and then get your right to carry a gun. And a lot of people don't do that. Maybe they don't know, maybe whatever the case. Now they a felon. I can keep you niggas from carrying guns. And add to the fact of the CCL, when it first came down and concealed carry came out and all of those things, and they like, well, it's not against the law, unconstitutional for you to have this step. A lot of people in black neighborhoods was getting denied off GP.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about it.
They was getting denied just because
On the
they
real.
ain't got no
Black, African
background, they ain't had
American,
nothing.
non Latino. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Prove
Mhm.
it. I'm saying I know. They were looking at the applications like black, African American, this oh no.
Nope.
Nigga, you get no gun,
You
nigga.
ain't getting no gun. You ain't
Yeah.
get no gun. I had a guy who was my mama's age, and this is probably maybe 10 years ago. So we'll say late 50s. He had an old prostitution charge from high school. So like 78, 79. They denied him. But because he was so old, he never had nothing from 79 to 2017, 2016. Nothing. Law abiding citizen, house, properties, all of the stuff. Yep, they denied him. But what he did is he went to court and fought it. And we actually won. So he was able to get his car. How many people? How many people, one has the means to do that,
Mm-hmm.
want to do the hassle to do that,
Mm-hmm.
just so that they could legally carry a weapon?
So if you were a felon up here and you go to a state where you don't need those credentials, are you able to carry?
Mm-mm. And I've had clients where the issue is that they had some stuff back in the day, whatever the case may be, and Illinois might let them carry, but Illinois be like, we don't got jurisdiction unless you carry. You are a felon in that state.
Mm-hmm.
So that state got to reinstate you.
So what? So it was a new law that just got passed, and then I'm gonna let you get back to me though. It was a new law that just got passed where
Yeah, you just flipped that.
nah, I'm just saying like real quick though, like there's a new law that just got passed. I'm talking about the gun rights. What's like what's the I mean, I don't know what it's called. But my man who do he do like grants and he work with the state and you know what I'm saying, with the rehabilitation and shit like that, man. He was telling us that they some shit just got passed where like you can get your like even if you're a felon, you know what I'm saying, there's certain aspects you can get your gun rights back.
I mean, you can always get them back. I think what was supposed to coming down, the only thing that I really know is that they're waiting on Pritzker to sign it, or whether or not he signed it. It was like the Second Chance Act, where your background, once you pay your debt to society to a certain extent, you automatically got your stuff expunged, which was different, which it is now. Like you have to submit to be expunged. So you could have had an old case, it might have been, but the funny thing about that is a lot of stuff get in the media and everybody think it's this great thing, but it don't really change nothing because they didn't change what could be expunged. Felonies can't be expunged.
Yeah, but they were saying it's certain cases, certain things like non-violent, like it's certain factors and shit, definitely non-violent to where it make you eligible even as a felon now to where on a case by case basis, you know what I'm saying, you could possibly get your
I mean, that's always been the case, but you always had to appeal it. Like if you get denied, you send your stuff goes to the board. If you're a non-violent person, like you never had no burglary, no robbery, no nothing like that, you can petition through the Board of Appeals for CCL.
even with non-expungible
Yes,
felonies.
you can. Yes,
Okay.
you could.
Okay.
The funny thing is that a lot of people here know and then they don't do it. And they're betting on you not to do it. They're absolutely betting on you not to do it.
Oh, yeah.
And and
I took their ass through that. They definitely played me like that.
mm,
I took their ass right through there. Like, nah, we ain't gonna do this line.
yeah.
Get
And
my
but they're
shit.
betting on you to me.
Yeah, yeah. They definitely told my ass, Boy, you don't see this judge just told your ass, get my shit, get my shit. All right, appeal. I sent that shit in, so motherfucker, boy, y'all, yeah, they definitely shot me down. Like, no. What? I know you
And
hate
I
it.
think you need to tell them that it wasn't that hard, was it?
Huh?
I said it wasn't that hard, was it?
It wasn't hard at all. It was
Even with your
just
fear
time
rejection.
consuming. Just
Yeah.
time consuming. Steps that you got to take. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't hard. Like,
Yeah. I think. Thank you for telling them because it's not hard.
nah, it wasn't. I mean, the most work you're doing is getting your shit looked at, seeing what you can and can't get rid of, going and file the motion, and then going to court. And the court is on Zoom.
You
Really?
didn't get
So
to
it's
leave
like,
your
nah.
house. Shout out to COVID. Shout out to COVID.
The most, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a waiting game. You know what I'm saying? As I'm saying,
Mhm.
it's just time consuming. But shit, you've been waiting all this time. Like,
What about it financially? Is it expensive?
so I went to one of them, like, little, they be having them little things and stuff where they had them expungement joints and
Um,
shit.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I went to one of them. It was line was long in the motherfucker. I was in that bitch all day,
Mm-hmm.
but they went over my shit, did my shit for free.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the
Yeah, that's
court.
just I would just throw a little thing out there. Who told you to do that?
Man, listen.
Who told you?
Come
Can
on,
we
man.
just say,
Let me
what I mean?
let me finish my let me finish my thing. Let me get my shit off right quick. So
Okay.
went to the county and I
Okay.
paid like $150 to file the motion.
Okay.
They gave me 2 court dates. You know what I'm saying? It was like it was like 90 days, some shit like that. Where
Mm-hmm.
like the state can look over and deny it or whatever. But
We put in a objection. Yep.
yeah. So you go to court on the Zoom and shit. It's like, you have any objection? Nope. You have any objection? Nope. Thank you, Mr. Raven. Goddamn it, good luck. Second,
God bless.
the second court date was like the first court date. Have any objection? No. Have any objection? No. Have any objection? No. Thank you, Mr. Raven. Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Now the battle came in with them jokes with the Illinois State Police. That's what I'm saying. Them be the motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm. They do.
Them be the motherfuckers. Bro, you see this paper with this magistrated ass judge telling you to give me my shit. What the fuck do you mean? No. Is you cool?
No, they not cool.
All right. I hit your ass up. Hey, B, they tweaking. Fuck they mean no. Da, 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 da. You do the appeal. Why I gotta do all the appeal shit? Give me my shit right now. The judge said this and that. Do the appeal. All right, fuck, I'm doing the appeal. Did the appeal. I was yes now. All right, run my shit then. But they drug that process out when I tell you to the last hour, and that be the grueling shit. You so thirsty to get your shit back, nigga. They drag that bitch out, and they tell your ass 120 motherfucking days, nigga. On the 120th day, just because you filed the appeal, that ding ain't gonna come to the 120. I'm on their motherfucking site every day trying to see if they damn near locked up my account on they shit, going to their shit so much. But yeah, yeah. It ain't hard at all. 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 Shit. The hard part is holding on to that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the hard part, holding on to that motherfucker.
So I had another question.
What's
What
up, though?
you're kind of hard about, you're kind of hard on Future. What was the difference of Lil Wayne? He got a thing talking about, I'm in the lab, no pad, no pen, just a styrofoam cup. I can pour mine.
It's no difference. It's no difference.
So,
In
but
fact,
why was it so perpetual, do you think? It
in
wasn't.
fact, I credit him with making it mainstream because now the syrup and the shit like that, that's really the culture down south. Before the world get a hold to it, that's really their culture down there. I lived in Dallas from like 99 to 2002, 2003. That's really their culture. You get the culture vultures, motherfucker like Leo Cohen, who, you know what I'm
Who?
saying? Huh?
Who?
Leo Cohen,
Who was that?
vice president, what he was, he ran Def Jam. I can't remember who he's vice president or not, but Leo Cohen is like he the one, like he just had a, like we talked about this on my show the other day. He had a Breakfast Club clip where they was talking about what he was saying, like him being a culture vulture and benefiting off these artists and they deaths and them, you know, all the shit that they be doing and shit. And he like, well, yeah, I got a family to feed. You know what I'm saying? I got a business to run. I got to look out for it, type of shit. And it was like, this what I mean by like this shit really be architect
Hmm.
like a beam, and you take that beam and you force that motherfucker right there. So you got artists like Lil Wayne who come from down there. Like, let's be for real. The skinny jeans and all that shit, like we sheepish. Wayne brought that shit in.
Mm-hmm.
The tight ass pants, the man bag and shit,
Said,
Wayne
what's
brought
the
that shit
song
in.
he said?
The
And God,
dreads, Wayne brought that shit in. The double cup, Wayne brought that shit in.
because let me see what was the verse. Because it's gonna bother me. I said, that's what happens. Hold on.
What? Me and my drink?
No, he said, um, now this is a more recent song, Lil Wayne. He did on God did. Um, they was tired of me winning. Now they dead sleep. Don't want to see me with the ring. Y'all better play D. God did his thing when he made me. With the odds stacked against me, I could crack Da Vinci. Now, love plug, he just plugged me out that I know only God could judge. Just I say that for Brittany. That was for me, just in case you was wondering.
Got it.
Um, but that ain't the point. The point of the show of me saying that, and he was like, "But I'm so cultivating. Everybody replicate me. Face tats, no, face facts, dreadlocks, face tats, nigga. I'm the apex.
That was the realest shit he ever wrote.
I made the culture. What up, twin?" I was like, what?
He
And they're
spitting
like,
real shit.
uh-huh.
That's an ill
They
bar.
relate back.
That's an ill bar.
For
But
sure.
here we are.
But here we
Now,
are, right?
now dreads become a thing. That's the thing in Florida, down
Oh,
in Louisiana and shit. Haiti, Zopan Haitians. You know what I'm saying? Now Wayne make it cool. So now here we go. You know the youth up here.
mm-hmm.
Example, Chief Keef.
I had. And may God rest his soul. I had a client who he was charged with attempted murder. And I told him he had dreads. And I told him, when you go to a jury trial, you're going to have to cut your hair. And cut my hair. Okay. Now, that goes into a whole other thing of, to me, you looking like the criminals that they think you are.
Yeah.
Like, so
You got it. They hit a profile you.
they hit a profile you. However, we had a different judge, did a bench trial. He wound up winning. That's not how he died. He died in a motorcycle accident. But the point was, that's why I said God rest his soul. That's just got to be the ultimate treatment. As an aside, to win an attempt murder case and then die in an accident, like,
That's man.
kind of like,
Jail probably might have saved a life, huh?
sometimes you think like that. Like, I wonder.
Hmm.
I wonder. But yeah, who knows? But yeah, they don't. Everybody look the same. Everybody got the same book bag.
We
Now,
sheep. We sheep. Well, they sheep. I'm sheepish to a
but
certain extent.
yeah, and the funny thing about it is that I was in a Bible study, which is so funny to me, but I was in a Bible study and you go to Psalms 23. First verse is the Lord is my shepherd. Because you
Mm,
don't realize how much of a sheep you are.
mm,
And without a shepherd, you be crazy.
mm-hmm.
Bam. I proved it. I don't know what I was proving, but I proved it. Drop mic.
Mic drop.
Yeah. But we don't want to leave the people in dismay. How you think we fix it? How do you think you fix the culture of music and drugs?
Well, first,
Can it be fixed?
you start by changing the music. The music changes the narrative.
Okay.
Um,
But you used to, I don't know if you still use this moniker, you used to have profit versus profit, right?
absolutely.
So can it change without people linking their profit to it? Because they're gonna say, oh, they don't sell, for one. And do you have to have some kind of internal moral code or some kind of integrity about yourself, like yourself saying, you know what, I'm just not gonna do it
You
because
gotta,
it's
you,
killing people.
you gotta, like, I also understand that some shit is a necessary evil.
Okay.
Like some things are necessary evils.
Okay.
You know, and at this point, we'll even settle for a tone down. You know what I'm saying?
I'd rather go back to NWA.
That's what I'm saying. Like at this point, we'll even settle for a tone down. But you know, it's like and this the whole reason you can see it happening. Like people are getting tired of it. Like the clubs are now, you know what I'm saying, embracing R&B, goddamn it, events. It's a lot of karaoke shit popping, a lot of R&B karaoke, a lot of sing along shit. Like more
Because
promoters
you
and I,
can't party to I'm gonna kill you. Like there's no party to that.
you can't make money off of it either, because those little motherfuckers not supporting the bar. They barely want to pay the entry fee. You know what I'm saying? So now, you know, you see the culture trying to shift back to a softer pace, man. The impact has been a lasting one. And, you know, people are, you know, that's why, you know, the Kales call itself the Pied Piper. Like music, like we move to music. Like music curates our lifestyle. Music is like the soundtrack to our movie. And it always has been.
The
Um,
funniest thing about this, and I don't think I've ever told you, when my book come out, it's the connection to music. It really is. Like I always say, the funniest thing that God did to me was to make me love music and make my voice be horrible. But my friend, one of my friends was like, "You just got to be humble about it, because God couldn't put all of the greatness in one person." You know what I'm saying? So it's a wash, but it is. I'm gonna tell you, we're not gonna release this part of it, but I'm just telling you because I'm telling you, my
okay.
book is called Last night the DJ saved my life.
Last night the DJ saved my life from a broken heart. Last
Hmm.
night the DJ saved my life. I get you. All right. Hey, that's real shit. That's real shit.
Hmm.
The DJ, that's the music is the
It is. It really is. And it's one of those things that um and the next part about the book is that I have a savior complex, and it's a part in that song last night. DJ saved my life. It said it's not a problem that I can't fix, and I can do it in the mix. So that's really I can do it. It's not a problem that I can't fix. Well,
so that is
or
the
so I
answer.
thought. Or
That's
it's
the answer to your question. Like we start with the music.
yeah. Start with the music.
Start with the music.
So you have to start writing again. You
Um,
start performing again. What you gonna do?
there's no more. There's no performance. That shit over with. Like writing it never. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like now I'm bougie. Like it's like now I'm not gonna write for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I stopped rapping, I still was recording because I had to get my shit out. The shit was therapy for me. I got shit motherfuckers they never heard. I stayed locking in with JoJo. Like that was my therapy. Like shit, you know, I was going through the shit with Angel and you know what I'm saying, and the team and all kind of shit. Like I like holding that shit in was getting deadly. I had to. So I got, you know what I'm saying? Like I probably ain't wrote in about 2 years. But
So let's pause there. Let's stay there. Do you think that you could have, because I think that that's a positive outlet, right?
yeah.
Do you think that the culture got you thinking that you had to smoke to be able to be creative, to be able to get that out?
Nah. I think in myself, I realized they worked in tandem to do what the fuck I needed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever met yourself without being on any substances?
Absolutely.
None. No alcohol, no
Yeah.
weed.
I ain't even started smoking till I was 17.
Okay. And how old are you now?
45.
Okay. So let me rephrase my question. In the last 30 years or 25 years, have you met yourself without any substance?
Nope.
Why?
Not without any substances.
That's what I'm
Now,
saying. Any
without
substance.
without certain substances, but not
No, I
without
mean
any
any.
substances.
I literally mean like any
Yeah.
substances.
Nah, because I smoked cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, I've never been a big drinker, but I drank, smoked weed. You know what I'm saying? I could X out times where it was no marijuana. I could X out, you know what I'm saying, times where lots of times where it was no drinking, you know what I'm saying? But that cigarette smoke when I picked up them squares, that was probably the longest habit that I've ever, you know what I'm
And so
saying?
you free from squares?
Squares, yeah, nicotine, nah.
So let me tell y'all something. This is just me being a lame, and I be fascinated about the stuff I learned, right? Because that's the nerd in me. That in the blunt paper is nicotine. Who
Yeah.
knew?
I knew. That's why I smoke hemp wraps. No nicotine, no tobacco. This is why them goofies is addicted to smoking backwoods. That's why they gotta have a backwood, because you addicted to the goddamn nicotine, goofy.
And I told one of my clients that, and people don't want to believe me.
You see what that say?
No tobacco, no nicotine. I don't know what it says. Slow test burn. What it say?
No tobacco, no nicotine, slow as burning. It's hemp. None of that.
But I told one of my clients that, and he didn't believe me. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he did. But it's always interesting because everybody be like, "Well, I can stop, or I can stop." Like if it has to come down to, but it's people like, "Oh, I can't smoke. I don't know if I'm taking this deal or doing this thing if I can't smoke," which is always funny to me because I always come back and tell them. Do you know what I tell them?
Yeah, you tell a motherfucker to stop smoking or go to jail. If
And
you, if you cool with going to jail, then keep smoking.
they keep smoking. And You do know you can't smoke a chair though, right? Like that's the
You
funniest
still gonna
thing
have to
to me.
stop.
You still gonna have to stop if you go to the penitentiary. If you go, yeah, you're gonna have to stop.
I
So
think that's what sold me. I think I said that line to you.
I just
Stop
want
smoking. What? Yeah. And
clutching pearls. If in your proverbial of a clutching of a pearl.
you feel me? How dare you?
How dare you suggest? Well, I mean,
What are the other options? Yeah, don't say no shit like that. What else they offering?
well, we can go to trial.
Yeah. I never really much like gambling with them people, B.
Well, you gambled one time.
I did. I said I ain't never much liked.
Right.
I
And let's say
did.
you were successful.
Absolutely was successful.
Sometimes you gotta bet on black.
Hey,
You can't just be the Jewish, you know what I'm saying, a Jew lawyer. Sometimes
hey,
you gotta bet on black, baby.
I gotta say this though. It be a difference in the mindset though, too, sometimes. Now that it's over with, I can say this, like shit. I had all the confidence in the world, and at first it was like, goddamn, but I know I ain't do this shit. I don't give a fuck. Let's go proof. Let's go to trial then. But that second one, like I don't know. I don't know, G. They got the money. They got I don't know, G. I don't know. So it really be about your mind, not your mindset, but that person mindset. Like shit.
No, for
I
sure,
was
but
like,
that's
goddamn,
also
they
where it
lose a
comes.
draw on that first one. That second one, I was like, what they talking about?
But the funny thing is that most people, in my opinion, they just want it hurry up and be over. It's not a thing about and I mean you were, somewhat older than a lot of these kids where you had your own thought process and you could think for yourself. But it's a lot of people and it's unfair. But the first time a lot of these kids are making decisions for themselves is when they see me, right? Because I'm very clear when I talk to any parent, yeah, that's all fine and dandy, but the paperwork say the people of the state of Illinois versus fill in the blank of their child's name.
Yeah.
So it's gonna come down to I got you. Whatever you say, that's cool, but he got to tell me that. And a lot of times he don't tell me that.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Because they either don't trust what's going on there, but it's just one of those things that it's unfair. But it is
That
kind
motherfucker dirty too.
what?
People. That motherfucking wrote I supposed to have 30 hours community service. That nigga put a one in front of the fucking 30 right there, motherfuckers. This motherfucker here. Bitch ass. Wrinkle. What a God.
But you ain't go to prison. Community service is a whole lot better
Cause
than.
they told my ass, all right, you got 15 minutes to take this deal, or goddamn, we going to trial right now. I'm like, ooh, you kicking it the night before. You can smoke. I got court tomorrow. It's been continuous for a year and a half. You know what I'm saying? You ain't ready for a motherfucker to say we can take this deal and we going to trial in 15 minutes. 15 minutes? Like, whoa. I don't got time to get my
We were
affairs in
set
order, none of that shit.
for trial.
Huh?
We were set for trial. What are you
Yeah,
talking
we
about?
was, but shit, 15 minutes is like a hasty ass, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh shit.
No, I think that that's just when it got real to you because let's be very clear.
It got
Tell
really
us,
real.
they didn't just tell us that deal that day. It was a come to Jesus moment. What is we doing? We choose ye this day. What you doing?
That's what it was. Hear ye,
We
hear
talked
ye.
about we talked about this beforehand because I don't want you to make people think that I just sprung a deal on you in 15 minutes.
Nah,
Didn't
you ain't
expect this
spring
shit.
shit. The
Don't
state
I don't
sprung
want
that
nobody to think
bullshit.
that. Huh,
The
that's how
state
it
sprung
felt.
that shit. But I'm thinking it's like, let's wheel and deal. Let's make a deal. Like, I'll shoot that back. We come with something else. They ain't like, no, nigga, this it.
I mean, yeah, because that was a pretty serious felony. That was a delivery charge.
Upgraded.
Manufacturing delivery. Mm-hmm.
It's
Of
1,000 feet school of church.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you feel me though, like
Which, let's be very clear,
we got set to
is
go to trial
everywhere
with a
in
different judge
Chicago.
though.
Huh?
We got set to go to trial with a different judge. I wasn't gonna take my chance. That's what I told you. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna take my chances in front of goddamn it Terry. What his name, Terry?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, I'm not gonna take my chance in front of him. He don't know me. He don't know none. You know what I'm saying
No,
about the
but
case?
you're talking about you had the greatest judge. Let's be very clear, you were blessed. You had two of the greatest black judges in Cook County, both times. First one, I can't remember his name, but I remember when I was about to
Oh
call
yeah,
for your case,
yeah, he was
he
dope.
looked at me and said, "For what? Judge, okay, well, I ain't got no witnesses, not guilty, right?" Everything we was putting down, he picked up right away. The second was Miles. That's who you had, was Judge Miles, who was
Yeah,
one.
that's what they killed him though. We was going to trial with Miles. I was ready for Miles. When you put me on the Miles. That was it. That's who we was
Right,
set
but
to go to trial with.
I thought you still had Miles. Your case wasn't still going on when your case was still going on after he passed.
Yeah, I went to court for 4 months with no judge in the courtroom at all. And then they gave it.
So you didn't have to sit in the sit in the jury box for 4 months. Because let's be very clear, you was mad about that too. We got no, he ain't in school. Da, da, da. Look, all he cared about is going, is you being on time.
You broke that down to me. You broke that shit down to me. But you know what I'm saying? Like I watched a motherfucker violate probation, get probation again type shit. I'm like, oh yeah, let's do this then type of shit. Like you broke down, he cared more about rehabilitating than, you know what I'm saying, than sending niggas to jail. And I knew I already knew this was my last hurrah. All I need is one more shot, Judge. I'm knowing I ain't coming back. Not for this. You know what I'm saying? This it right here, big dog. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well,
but
let's talk about that because have you gotten into any more trouble since?
no, hell no.
What
I
was
got no.
the deciding factor that you got hit with the extend the part where you was in the feet of the school? What was the turnaround? Because I think that's important. What made you say, yeah, this is it? This
The
ain't really compelling.
turnaround, the turnaround was looking at the fact that I was facing the same amount of time that a motherfucker could get for second degree murder. And I was being charged with being put 2 bags of coke in a motherfucking hand and got $18 from it.
The
So
math by math, huh? As
the
the kids
math
say.
wasn't mathing, baby.
Now, $18, all of this stuff, plus attorney's fees, plus going back and forth to court every month,
60-30.
60-30.
Math wasn't math and shawty. I knew when I
$18.
man, I knew in the meat wagon on the way to the county that time, I just felt dirty. I'm like, I don't need supposed to be in here with you motherfuckers. I felt bougie as hell, like, oh my God. I
You
need a
felt like
bath. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
felt like Diddy did when he met the people in this
on
documentary
chief.
talking about, oh,
Chief.
I need to go take a bath
On
with the
chief.
peroxide.
Like I said right then and there, man, you sure you'll never get me back in this motherfucker. You never,
So
never.
you did that prayer to the Lord, Lord, if you get me out of this one.
The
I
same
promise.
prayer every nigga know
I
that
promise.
prayer.
But you held up to your end of the bargain.
Hell yeah,
What
because
you
he
say?
did.
I promise.
He did. He
No, I'm
did.
saying he did his
Yeah.
promise and then you held up
Yeah.
yours because you ain't been back in trouble.
But
How
then
many
my my
times
my
have you?
prayer my prayer changed after that though.
What was your prayer?
And it became a Lord take the taste away from me. Like, man, keep me. You know what I'm saying? Because the motherfuckers doing drugs, they're the only ones that's addicted to that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That shit run deep in your motherfucking veins. The lifestyle is addictive. The fanfare is addictive. Like, Lord, I help me. Like shit, like keep me, take the like save me. My friend died.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God. Best friend, like, oh my God. Ah, yeah, I'm through with everything, God. You got it. Trouble with. Trouble with everything. I'm finna go on, sit down, big dog, all the way. Go on ahead, sit it all the way on down because it's like it's one of them things where you trying to work your way, you trying to wean yourself off of the addiction, So you dibble and you dabble a little bit. Of course, you got some motherfuckers that get
Wasn't that
locked
a
up,
dibble and dabble when you
huh?
get caught? Wasn't that a dibble and dabble once you get caught that one time? When you get caught the last time?
Yeah, but like I say, when I say about dibbling and dabbling, like shit, you still nah, that was dibbling and dabbling, but a real dibble dabble, goddamn it, just be goddamn it, every now and then, you know what I'm saying, every now and again, like, cause like, damn, we don't record, but like it's different. The dibbling and dabbling get different. You just start, you know what I'm saying, fucking with like I was taking shit from motherfuckers at the club, you know what I'm saying, like you can't come in this before shit was legal. I'm taking that shit and shit coming to the crib and selling it to the guys. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's all profit for me. You know what I'm saying? The pills, the weed, all that shit. All this shit free to me. Bro, give me this, give me this, give me this, give me this. It's different. You know what I'm saying? Like some type of shit. Like
But I got a question for you. Do you think now we talking about spirituality and all of this stuff? Do you think it's a level of an area where you don't trust God, and that's why you have why what where the addiction to the fast money and the trust God to be your provider?
no, and if I don't trust God, I realize I don't trust me. Faith without works is dead. My mindset, you know what I'm saying? Like God done did everything I didn't ask him to ever do and shit I ain't never asked him to do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But my mindset wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like motherfuckers steady giving you shit, you ain't appreciating that shit because you ain't gonna do nothing for it.
mm-hmm,
You know what I'm saying? So when shit start costing you, you got them and start trying to take care of some shit.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it costs you, got them, whatever it costs
What they say it's gonna cost you. It might cost you a little,
you. May
or it might
cost you a
cost
lot,
you a lot, but
but
it's
it's
gonna
gonna
cost.
cost you. And it sacrifices at every level of what go through. So it's like it wasn't that I never trusted God. It's just like it almost be like, God, I know you heard this before. I know I said this shit last time, man. Like it's almost like, man, do he believe me? You know what I'm
But
saying? Type of
I
situation.
honestly think that that's a trick of the enemy because um personally I remember when I got pregnant and me and my daughter's dad broke up and all of these things was happening, and it's one of those things like, oh, I wasn't going to church, I might not have even prayed, right, until you in that situation and you like, oh, because the world done told you don't come to me now that you need me, you weren't messing with me before then, like back then you didn't want me, now I'm hot, you all on me, like the world has taught you not to do that. Except God ain't never said that. He like, I'm here. Hey, will you love me now? And it's one of those things where you be like, oh, I don't want to. And he like, look, I take that because the more that you actually do come to me, I will. Maybe we won't be in this situation, but I know for a fact that if you don't come when you in a bad situation, you're never gonna come.
You know what's weird though? You know what I'm saying? Like even when I would be in situations I know I had no business being in, I would pray that he keep me safe in them situations. I've always believed in the power of prayer. Even when doing wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've always like, man,
But
God,
that's a
come on.
conviction right there, because that's telling you that I may be here, but I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. But like I say, sometimes some things are necessary evils. You know what I'm saying? And
Well, I
you
think
reap,
necessary evils is to you to,
I'm
to that
saying
point.
you reap the benefits or consequences of those actions, whatever they are,
I
eventually.
still think God gets the glory out of them too, because if you come to Him in those situations, then He gets the glory out of being your savior, right? Or
For
of being
sure.
the person or entity or God that delivers you. But if you still think it's you, then you in a bad way and you're gonna keep going around. Or if people think like, oh, thank God I got through this situation, like when my grandma died. I don't know if I ever told you this, but one of the greatest blessings for me in that moment was that the alcohol didn't make that pain go away. You know what I mean? Because if the alcohol had made that pain go away, then the alcohol would have been the crush I used to
To
get
get up.
through the
Yeah.
pain. But
But
it did
creating a whole nother problem.
creating a whole other problem
Yeah.
for sure.
Hell
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't like it just wasn't. It did not do anything. Half of the time your sleep is trash for real too. Like you stressing all of this stuff and then you drinking. So you think, okay, well, I'm drinking so I can go to sleep. But then you wake up in 2 hours, like, what the heck? And now the cycle repeats, right?
Yeah. And it
And
feel even worse.
and you feeling even worse and the
Yeah.
pain ain't gone. And
Yeah.
it hits you. You wake up and you like, was that a dream? No, that's not a dream.
That shit real.
It's still real. So
Mm-hmm.
I literally had to go and feel every pain
And
of
then
it.
break
I
that
had to
shit.
cry. I had to like.
Yeah.
I remember I was crying so hard my
Yeah.
chest hurt,
Yeah.
and
Better go through it.
you had to go through it. It was
Yeah.
nothing else that could.
Yeah.
I could not go through it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I
That's what.
get hit with my baby going to the hospital again.
Mm-hmm.
Then all the while I'm still dealing with a breakup, and yeah, hey, ain't nothing you could do. It wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
Tequila
You,
didn't take it.
you got to go through it to grow through it. That's where the growth happens.
Yeah, you had to go through it. You
Yeah.
had to literally go through it. So that's why my
Yeah.
question asks, how, when we wrap it all the way back to the topic of these kids, they're not learning emotional regulation. They're not learning anything, whether it's the drugs that they're giving them.
They're
And
learning detachment.
yeah, they learn detachment. But you don't, but like you just said, sometimes that stuff be so hard on you that you can't detach no more.
Well,
So
that's
you
where
have to have an outlet. Your outlet was writing.
and then that's where they outlet become the Percocets.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the drug dependency comes on. The
Mm-hmm.
Oxycontin, the opioid addictions.
Yep.
That's
For
where all
sure.
that shit come in and they work hand in hand.
Yep. All because you don't want it's not taught emotional regulation, and you think if you feel that shit, you gonna die. But you ain't gonna die.
Where the culture push for you not to be have no emotions anyway. Look at you, emotional. You emo. You know what I'm saying? The culture push for you not to feel nothing no way. That's why everything is so desensitized right now, because you're not supposed to feel shit.
Oh, and
And that's
that's always funny to me because like guys to be like women are first. Don't blow up my spot when I say this, okay? Hear me out. People will say to me that women are emotional, da da da. And I'd be like, y'all be the most emotional ass niggas saying that women are emotional. That didn't really get me very far because people get mad, but I'd be like, okay, well, tell me how that makes sense. Logic to logic. Let me follow your logic. There's no logic there. It's all emotion, right? This person stepped on my shoe. This person didn't take, I offered him some food. He tried to hold me. All of this stuff, there's no logic there. You felt the way, you got angry, you committed an action, right? But in my personal life, what I started telling people when they be like, you're emotional, I be like, I'm a girl, right?
I'm
You want,
supposed to.
look, if you want a hard leg, maybe you should go get a hard leg.
Yeah. But we all are equipped with them motherfuckers for a reason. We're born with them
And
for
we
a reason.
are.
We're supposed to have them.
We're supposed to have them. And that's why I always switch it. And when I say, okay, let's go to the logic piece of it, because you don't realize that a lot of times people's logic is ruled by their emotions.
Mm,
And people don't want to understand that. Like
mm.
my logic of I'm not gonna do drugs is because I got an uncle that was a crackhead, my daddy a drunk, da 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 da. All of these things, that's an emotional connection. So my logic is, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? You think it's logic, like, okay, this is the one, two, three, but it's all built on the
Yeah.
emotion you got from
Emotional.
something.
You went through watching your daddy go through that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that, or I don't want my kid to have to deal with a parent like that, or
Yeah.
whatever the case. It's all emotional originally, because your emotions you know what? I didn't care for this feeling. I don't want to go back through it. So then you create this rule that people call logic, but it was all based off of a
Emotion, a
feeling.
feeling
Yeah,
that you equipped with from birth.
that you're equipped with, that you came here, that is actually a thing in you to tell you something ain't right.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole
You supposed to ignore that shit.
point. Like, so you're supposed to ignore this?
Yeah.
Mm-mm. So yes, what are we gonna do for the people? How we gonna fix their life?
Change the music, change the narrative.
What we
Simple as
gonna say
that.
about all these podcasts though, right? Because I think that that's the new wave too.
Not a new way. It's again
Everybody got an
cheap.
opinion.
It's
What?
cheap. It's like everybody like, motherfuckers see something that work. It's like niggas. When niggas get a hold of shit, like same thing like with Don Julio, Reposado. Like niggas just burn shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, not black people, niggas. Niggas just overdo shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and this is the reason why motherfuckers be keeping the sauce to themselves. Cause you a nigga get a hold to the sauce. Niggas just overdo shit. So now it's oversaturated. So this why now
Is podcast the new rapping? Because back when I was in high school, everybody wanted to be a rapper.
no podcast is the new celebrity. Podcast is the new because all it 80% of rappers now, especially in Chicago, want to be famous more than rich financially.
That's that I self shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like every this whole generation is driven on, hey, look at me, attention.
Mm-hmm.
Attention is worth its weight in gold right now. So motherfuckers like so podcasting is now the new look at me, the new celebrity driven, the new look at me, here I am. Look, hey, watch me. You know what I'm saying? So I
Watch
want
my
to say that's new
watch
because
my feet. Watch my feet.
niggas start rapping for attention. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get famous and shit. That's how motherfuckers get Chinese dumb, stupid ass 360 shitty ass deals. Because all they care about is the attention. They want to be famous. They ain't never had shit, so a little bit of a lot of shit look like everything. Goofy.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say podcasting is the new rapping. Podcasting is the new, goddamn it, hey, look at me. It's the new celebrity status. It's the new Don Julio, Reposado, Anejo.
And for me, I personally always like, so why did I start a podcast? Is because people was telling me I had something to say because I felt like the market was oversaturated. And it came down and everybody like, well, you should tell your story. You should do this. You should do that. And I'm just like, they don't need another voice. Except I realized that
Your
the people
story
who
different.
needed to exactly, and the people
Yeah,
who needed to hear is,
yeah.
and so that's why I started it. But I do think that it's one of the funniest things because how? Like,
How what? What you
how
mean how?
how do you become not like set apart, but how do you become beneficial for the people and not
You
another person that's trying to sell them something to try to get into their atmosphere. And
you
maybe
do
it's a
what I
balance of a
did.
thing out, right? But
You gotta let your shit grow into what it's gonna grow into. That's what I do. Like I don't put no premise on it. Like I started out trying to do something, and like you just let your show grow into what it's gonna grow into. Let it just do whatever it's gonna do. Let it be free. Let it just do whatever it's gonna do until something catch, and you will know when you'll know when it catch. Because your audience is your audience. You only marketing to a particular audience. So when I was doing what I was doing when I first started, like shit, I was marketing to a particular audience, and that was the most saturated culture part of the podcast system ever. Except for my shit wasn't about the bullshit. My shit wasn't going the narrative. So the algorithm don't want to push that. People don't want to see that shit.
oh, for sure. But that's why I'm always against those things because Um,
Mix a little sugar with the shit and feed
I
it to them.
mean, because I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I do think music is important. I think that like it's certain music. I don't know. I feel like I told you this about Brie, but well, I should say, I feel like I told you this about my daughter that when um that when she first told me that it was a problem, it was through a song. And she was like, play this at my funeral. That's what unencumbered access does to music, right? So somebody she heard a song from somewhere that played, and that's what it was. And I don't even want to remember it. I'm so happy I forgot it because I used to be able to sing the words because it was so traumatizing to me. And um that was the music, right? Like when you say music has spirits, it actually does, and it could make you sad. That's why if you keep playing the Brian McKnight, well, that's back in the day, but if you keep playing the trap music, the everybody want to be a hustle because now, okay, I got to hustle. I can't rest. I don't sleep. I rest one eye up type stuff. And then you keep playing the music, smoking on Tupelo. And
Frequencies.
yeah. And you
Who's
wonder,
Tupelo?
I don't know. I'm
Talk
just,
about Tupelo. You the
I just,
motherfucker mixed two sides of the
I
fucking
did
whole
on
America.
purpose. I
Okay.
ain't trying to get sued. And
Uh,
I'm not from nowhere. So I'm not finna
it's
say,
I ain't from nowhere.
I'm not from nowhere.
I'm from the judicial system.
I don't want nobody to be thinking, oh, you said this for this or that for that. No, let's be very clear. I'm not from nowhere. I just told y'all I was a lame. Happy. L7.
Square. Square. Hey, there was a song that says hip to be square.
I think it is.
It's
I
hip to
think it
be
is.
square. It's hip
I
to be square.
look. I rock to a beat of my own drum.
Always though.
Always. And I'd be so
Always
surprised.
though.
People be like, that was very good. Oh, okay, I'm happy you liked it. Because whether you liked it or not,
That was the tune.
that was the tune. I'm happy I can sing. All righty, well, we're gonna wrap this up. Thank
I,
you. Shout it out again. Where can the people find you?
you can catch me on Instagram at profit underscore versus underscore profit. Facebook, Prophet Rothstein. YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Six Ace Media, 6IX Media. TikTok, 6IX Media. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much it. The show is called the Podcast Heat Check. Well, we check the temperature of the culture.
Yeah. And you keep me young. So
I
thank you.
appreciate you for having me. It's different on this